How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm Will, and today we're getting it previewed by opening up Rise of the Empire. Well, this is the little box. This is the Infinite Replay Pack, but we do have the full game plus the replay pack. Plus, I will be trying to see how much I can fit inside of the Universal Storage box. Not everything's going to fit, because of course this comes with the board, and the board's not the same shape as that box. But either way, let me go ahead and flip it to the camera. All right, here we are. This is Star Realms Rise of the Empire. It's called a legacy game because there are stickers and you can actually use stickers. But then, of course, with the replay pack, right, you can basically just keep replaying it. So it's more of a campaign style game if you want to think of it that way. But it is based on the Star Realms systems. There are some new factions, and then you are going to basically mash up the faction you're playing with one of the new factions to create new, more powerful cards. Those cards, of course, can be used with any of the other sets, or you can use the unupgraded cards as is with those other sets as well, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to take the cards that are in this out, put it in the storage box, and then use these cards as the way to play the game. It is 20-60 minutes, 2 players campaign. Unfortunately, it does not have a solo mode. It is just versus. I can play up to 2 to 6 players, which is your normal Star Realms decks. 12 plus. All right. I do have the camera. I am using my new lens, so you guys gotta let me know. That's why we can't get the whole box in frame, but I figured, it was more important to be able to read the cards, and I didn't feel like halfway through the video getting up, changing the lens up there. There is pretty art on the inside of the box. There we go. And so you do get a board, and this is what I said will not fit inside of the Universal Storage box. I didn't think about that because I guess I didn't realize the size of the board versus what was coming in, because of course I do. If you see my previous video, I've got I'm showing it in the front camera, but I do have the regular deck building game that was sent to me by Wise Wizard. And this has more of a rectangular board, which should fit in the storage box with probably a little bit of lid lift because, right, it's going to be sitting on top. So I may look at a play mat, but I did not pick up one of the play mats that was from this Kickstarter. But it's just a simple board. It's probably not going to enjoy trying to zoom in on the board because there's way too much going on. There we go. I had to get it in the center. But yeah, so it's just a board. So you have your explorers, your trade deck, and then your scrap heap over here on the side. So the smaller board that comes with, I guess I'll show for demonstration purposes. They put the trade deck and the scrap heap together, right? So that made the board basically, that much shorter, right? So that's your difference. So definitely smaller, which is fine with me. And then even left to right, you're looking at that much smaller. So it does not like focusing on that. I don't know if I have it on pinpoint or if I have it on the entire area. I guess we'll find out shortly. This is the first time, like I said, I've used that lens, so I apologize for any blurriness that's going to keep probably happening. All right. So first thing you see is for Kickstarter, you do get a bonus scenario 11B is what comes with it. Back your exclusive expansion. So it has the scenario envelope, oversized scenario card, rules card, victory point card, and 3 hero cards. So this is what the envelope looks like. I'm not going to open this. I will probably open one of the envelopes, probably like the beginning envelopes, but I'm not going to open this because there'll probably be spoilers because it says stop. So we'll put that off to the side. We will start with the rule book as always. Hopefully this doesn't get too crazy with the focusing. What do we got? It probably is not going to enjoy this at all. All right. So table of contents, good, goes over each of the things. Box components are there. Prologue, so you do have a little bit of pre-story to read. So it tells you about the Trade Federation and the Star Empire. And then veteran Star Realms players can skip pretty much everything and just go to page 7. And then we have an overview of the game, basically the Star Realms game. And that's what it's going to be going over mostly, right? So your general rules without a campaign, and then it tells you about, setting up your market row. There we go. So it's setting up your market row, your turn structure, your main phase. So again, basically your normal Star Realms rules, none of that changes. And then when we get to the pretty big image here, the next page is going to be setting up our campaign. So set up your campaign rules. Again, it's only 2-player, so of course it shows the 2-player. Your market row is going to be a little bit different. The other difference is your starter deck actually has some upgraded cards, which they do show on the next page. So versus the 2 Vipers, you actually get a special card. So this one you get the Imperial Fighter and the Smuggler, and this one you get the Federation Shuttle and the System Police. The new factions, like I mentioned, so it goes over that there's the 3 new factions. When acquired abilities, how to upgrade cards, which you're going to get sticker sheets. And then when you get a card, you have the ability to pay to upgrade them. And then you're just going to add a sticker to that card to make it more powerful for you, right? Because it's versus, so of course, you're going to change the faction accordingly, right? Based on who you are and who they are. So it shows you the different symbols for those cards. And then we got another big piece of art. And then winning and victory points, what you do between games, ready to play, what to do after the campaign. If you decide to do non-campaign formats, so basically it can be played a variety. So this is where it's saying 6-player game. And then they gave you 2 additional raider cards to make it a normal game. Hydra mode, raid mode, boss mode. So it says boss mode. So I'm wondering if they're going to have a boss in here. Unfortunately, if I don't open all the packs, I won't know if there's a boss in here. I would imagine not, because that would defeat the purpose of the campaign mode. And then the last thing here is the credits, which don't want to focus. Either way, credits, and then you have an icon reference there. There we go. It likes it better when I'm more to the left than the right. I don't know why. And then here are the new factions, and then it gives you a little bit of details about those factions. All right. So let's go ahead and see if this works better for the zoom in. See if it stays focused more. Let's go ahead and move the box out the way. So I guess let's start with the cards, I guess. Yeah, we'll start with the cards for the different factions. Move this closer to me. And it's gonna love focusing in and out. All right, so these are the dividers you get. You get the different dividers. Some are going to be named, right? And it's gonna have the information for who they are. So this is the Star Empire personal deck. Okay, so I adjusted the camera, so hopefully it'll focus a little better. But yeah, so you get your different dividers. So you have your Star Empire divider, your Trade Federation, your Explorers, your Market deck, and then you have some generic dividers, and then these are for the additional players. So this is how you can play up to 6 players, because you're going to get a deck for each one. These are no different than the normal Star Realms cards. So you're going to have your wants to focus on everything but what I wanted to focus on. There we go. So you have your standard. So there's your health, victory point. I forget what the term they use is, but basically your life. Then you have your 50 life as well. And then 20, and then your starting deck. So they did get new art. So all these are new art for the scout. And then you have the Viper. So those are new cards, new art for those. All right. So they're basically all the same for them. They just each have a different, picture for the health counters. So then you got that one, and then you got that one. All right. That is those. That's the least interesting part, right? So we'll start with the Star Empire. So this is for the actual campaign game, this is the Star Empire starting deck. So you have your Imperial Fighter. And basically, you target an opponent discards a card. And then you have your smuggler, which is your draw card. And then you're going to have the rest of them are the same, right? So you get your scouts, and then you get one viper instead. All right. And then for the Trade Federation, same thing. It's going to have 2 starting cards. So you have your Federation Shuttle, you got 2, 4, and then, yeah, that's it. That's just a flavor text down there at the bottom. And then you also have your System Police, so you get 2 attack and draw a card. And then everything else is pretty much the same. It would be nice because since they made these as decks, I think it would have been cool if these the Scout and the Viper would have been themed towards each one of them. That would just been a cool little extra since they were changing the art anyways. But I guess if you want them to look different, you could just go grab your one of your sets from the rest of your collection. All right. So this is just the new Explorer card. So you get a whole bunch of them. Same thing, has new art on those. And then these are the new cards. So this is the new market deck. So you have your 4 different factions. So we'll go through the different cards for each of the factions. Don't remember their names. I guess I should call them by their name. All right, so the first one is the Consortium. Let's see here. What is their thing? Situated between the two. They're the wealthiest and most developed of the empires. So you have the Trader. So 2, when acquired, you may draw a card and discard this card. So you get a couple of those, couple traders. All right, and then you get the Finder. Finder here. So I guess, let me see if I take it down a little bit if it makes it easier for me to read, if it stays in focus. Okay. It says 2 or you may acquire a card that costs 2 or less for free and put it on the top of your deck. And then if you are playing, then of course you get +1. And then when acquired, you may draw a card and discard a card. And you get a couple of those. You got 4 of those. And then you have the Trade Station. All right, if we put it all the way at the table, it wants to focus. All right, fine. I guess that's how we're gonna do it. It wants to focus further away. I guess I'm used to my old, which is a 45mm with a zoom, and this is 55, so it's wanting to focus as far away as possible. Makes it easier for me to read. When acquired, you may, okay, so you get 1. When acquired, you may just draw and discard a card, which is the same, and then you get the 4 shields. So you got 2, 3, 4 of those. Next is your Lifter. So your Lifter is 3. The next base you acquire this turn is 1 less. And then if you're playing them, you get 1. And when acquired, you may draw a card, discard a card. So that's really the one that's going to pretty much be overwritten every time, because you're going to only get that the first time you ever acquire it, and then you're going to override it with a sticker. So there's 3 of those. Most of the other ones had 4. That only has 3. And then the last one is your Emporium. The Emporium is 2. When acquired, you may draw a card and discard a card. You got 5 shields on that one. And apologize for the verbiage. It's been a while since I played Star Realms, so I am not remembering what things are called. I know the yellow are your recruit points, and then red is your attack points. So 3 and 4, this is the Battle Hauler, and then 1 if you are them, and then when acquired, you draw a card. So one of those. So these are your special cards. Yeah. So the Guardian is 6 and draw a card. If you've got 1, then it's 1, and then same thing. When drawn, when acquired, you can draw a card. And then last is the Distributor. 3. You may put this ship next to the ship you acquire this turn on top of your deck. When acquired, you may draw 2 cards and discard a card. And then 6 as an outpost. All right, so that is the Consortium. And then I guess we'll go in order. I don't know the book. So next is the Kingdom. The Kingdom starts with the Sentry. 2, 1, when acquired, attack 2. All right, and then you have the Archer. Archer, 4/1, when acquired 2. So these guys are, the Queen is no love for the trade. So yeah, I think these are your attacker groups. And then the last one, the Scavengers, are ones where you can build and discard and so forth. So 3, and then you get, when acquired 2. That's Earl, good old Earl. And you get the Tower, maybe. There you go. The Tower is 2, and then when acquired 2 more, with 4 as an outpost. Then the Knight. There we go. I think that's where I put the zoom, unfortunately, is in that corner, so it's getting really weird. I'll probably need to try the face one. Again, this is the first time I've tried to do this camera. I'll eventually get it dialed in. Knight, draw a card, 3 plus draw a card. If you have the Kingdom, then 1, and then when acquired 3 more attack. So 2 Knights. Then you have the Keep. The Keep is 3, 1, and then when acquired 3, an outpost with 5. You have the Castle, because she is the Queen. The Queen is the ruler of this. 4, when acquired 5, and then 6. And then the last one is your Prince. So the Prince is 7, draw a card, 1, and when acquired 5. All right. And then the last one is the Scavengers. Like I said, these are the ones that they have really no allegiance to anybody, right? They're just kind of out there trying to make a living. So you have the Digger, 1 and 2. And then, of course, if you have the Scavengers, 1. And then when acquired, you may scrap a card from your hand. So this is your discard group, like I mentioned. So that way, that's how you clean out your deck and make it more streamlined. You have Cluster. Cluster is 2. When acquired, you may scrap a card from your hand, 3 as an outpost. Then you have Hunter. So 2 or 4 attack, 1, and then when acquired, same thing, scrap. 4 of those. Reaper. Reaper is 5, 1, and then same thing, you can scrap. Then you have the Moonyard, which is your outpost for 5, 2, 1, and then same thing, scrap. Skyhound, 6, and it says when you put a ship from your discard pile, then you can put a ship from your discard pile on the top of your deck. 1 if you have your Scavengers, then same thing, when acquired, you can scrap. The War Camp. War Camp, Scavenger Base, 2 and 3. When acquired, you can scrap, and then it's got 6 for your defense. And then the last one is the Warlord. 10, wow, that's a lot. 2, and then same thing, when acquired, you can scrap. All right, so that is the main cards, your main cards that you get with that. There is a player aids that they give you. So you have the campaign pack, and it just outlines what cards come with the campaign pack. And then the personal decks, what cards came with the personal decks. These are the 2 extra Vipers that you get, so you can play a 6-player game with the 2 original decks. You do have this pack here that says do not open until instructed, which is your post-campaign pack of cards. There are there's 1 more trader, 1 more finder, 1 more trade station, 1 more lifter, 1 more emporium, 1 more battle hauler, 1 guard. So it's because you need these extra cards post game to be able to play that 6-player, because they say that to play the 6-player that was considered post game. And then Kingdom, same thing, you get 1 of each card, and then Scavengers, you get 1 of each card. So that's pretty much what's inside of here. They just don't want you to mix them up because, you know, you mess up your campaign. We do have the promo packs, so we'll go over the promo packs after we go through this, because this is more for the regular game. So this is the first one. You get your Federation Vault. This is where you're going to keep all of your Federation stuff that you've unlocked and your stickers and so forth. Right now it is empty. And then you get 1 for the Star Empire Vault. And then, so your scenario packs, you got Scenario 1. Scenario 1, an Empire is Born. Scenario 2, Rebellion takes shape. Scenario 3, Supply lines. 4 is the Warp Gate. 5 is the Turn of Events. Ooh, that's a thick one there. 6 is the Middle Systems. 7 is Wealth and Power. 8 is the War Grinds On. 9, Push to the Inner Systems. 10, Heart of the Federation. 11 is the End of War. And then 11B, where did I put my 11B? There's my 11B. So right in your Crucible of Heroes. So this is going to get you your hero cards. Plain and simply. I mean, this kind of gives away what you're probably getting in that one. Scenario 12 is redacted. So I have no information about Scenario 12. And then Scenario 13, so you don't forget, is underneath of the insert. While I like games that do that, I dislike games that do that. I usually eventually find them because half the time I toss my inserts. I don't know if in Scenario 12 it would tell you to look under the insert. But yeah, so Scenario 13, don't forget, is got some cards and it's under the insert. With that said, we will go ahead and open up Scenario 1 because this shouldn't be too much spoilers because, of course, when you start the game, you're going to have to open this pack anyways because this is the first scenario. All right. So be forewarned. If you haven't turned away yet, this is what's inside the first pack. All right. So you have your sticker sheets. So these are your Trade Federation stickers. These are what go on the top of the cards to replace the existing icons. And then there's your Star Empire stickers. And then you have, for each, you have your upgrades. See if I can get it to, hopefully it'll focus on there. If I put it down there, yeah, there we go. As long as I don't move it, it's fine with focusing. So the first upgrade is target opponent discards a card. This one here is 2 attack, and then if you trash it, draw a card. This one is whatever else and 1 attack, and then if you are which one is that one again? The Star Empire. Star Empire, then you get the target opponent. Oh no, yeah, target opponent discards a card. This one 2 attack, trash for 3, draw a card and discard a card. And again, if you're Star 2, cost. So there is a cost. So when you want to do the upgrade, I was trying to remember how you did it. So when you want to do the upgrade, when you acquire the card from the market, if you pay the extra cost to add that upgrade to the specific card, right? So, 5, these are going to be the better items, the bigger upgrades, but you're also kind of like, okay, can you afford an expensive card to add that to? So it's kind of that risk versus reward. It says for each cost, use this ship or base upgrade, not both. Pay 2 upgrade to ship or 3 to upgrade the base. Okay, base upgrades, ship upgrades. So it's one or the other. It's weird that it says pay for each cost, use the ship or the base upgrade, not both. Okay. Pay 2 to upgrade a ship or 3 to upgrade a base. Oh, maybe this is the cost of the card. If it's a 1 cost card, you can do these upgrades. If it's a 2 cost card, these upgrades. That makes more sense. It's a 5 cost card, these upgrades. Were there any cards that cost more than 5? Where is my market real quick? Let me see here. 8, 7, 6. So there are some that cost more. So I'm guessing these can't be upgraded. Either that or I'm just completely reading that wrong. Either way, you guys can read the rules, but these are the cards. These are the stickers. So yeah, so the last one is you got, if you are the Star, you get 2 attack. You can trash the card to draw a card. This one you get 1 attack, or you get 2 attack, target opponent discards a card. This one you get 2 attack, trash a card for 3, draw a card, then discard a card. And then of course, if you Star, you get an additional 2. And then so this one is the Federation. So at the Federation, you got 2 and 2. This one you got 1 trash for 5 attack. This you got 3, 1 if you trash the card. 1 and 2, trash the card for 5. This one you get, see the glare is hitting me, but it's not hitting you, which is, I mean, it's ideal. I don't want you guys to have the glare, but unfortunately it means no, I have the glare. This one and 1. recruit, and it says put the next ship you acquire this turn on top of your deck. This one 2 and 2, 1 and 4, 3 and 1. This you get 1 and 2 and trash for 5 attack. And this one's and 1, and then put the next ship you acquire this turn on top of your deck. So that is that. Those are the stickers for scenario 1. So here is the flavor text for scenario 1. I don't know if it's going to focus on that or not. That is very tiny text. There we go. Empire is born. After years of toil under the Trade Federation rule, a coalition of Outer Rim planets calling itself the Star Empire launches an attack against the local Federation ships. Star Empire vows to gain autonomy, while the Trade Federation merely sees the uprising as, to quell. Both sides work to secure the allegiance of smaller factions in the region. Star Empire goes first. Alternate win conditions if either player uses all 5 of their ability stickers this game. They win immediately. So that's one of the other things. If you can upgrade 5, all 5, because remember, you can only do one or the other, then you will actually win the game that way. But your stickers carry over, so you get to use your stickers again in future rounds. And then the back, it's the same on both sides. Don't know why they did that, but okay. And then you get a little packet of cards. Didn't say not to open this, so we're gonna open it. Sometimes I imagine it might say that, do not open this until, the campaign is won or lost. Okay, so these are your victory points. They're just victory point cards. 1 victory point, have the most upgraded scavenger cards at the end of the campaign. And it's same on both sides. Have the most upgraded Consortium cards, have the most upgraded Kingdom cards, and then winner of scenario 1, the Empire is born. So you get victory points for each one of those. I imagine in the rulebook that I skimmed through, it would explain how you use the victory points. Because I imagine winning and losing is going to impact the follow-up games. Somebody did post on BGG whether or not there was power creep, if anybody else has played yet, and if they think there would be some type of power creep. Because a lot of times in your legacy style games like that, the person that wins gets an advantage, and then that makes it easier for them to win the next time and easier to win the next time. I have experience with Risk Legacy. That's what happened. The guy we played with, he won the first 2 games and pretty much had himself set up to be able to take South America and Australia pretty much every game on first turn, and we couldn't really stop him too well. We did win a couple games, but I think he threw those games to us. So the other thing I didn't go over because this was covering it up inside the box, you do get 2 dials. So you get 2 dials. They aren't double-sided. I did not notice that when I opened the box. So they are double-sided. So that's nice that they're double-sided. So that way, regardless of who you're playing as, you can flip and choose what you want. Yeah. They're neat. They got these little notches to kind of help spin, I guess. They're not all equal, though, so I don't know what that's about. Yeah. Dials. All right, so put that back in there, put that back in there. It's back in here. And then we will go through the, we'll do the promo packs later. We'll do the promo packs for us. So the next thing is the Infinite Replay Kit. There are probably spoilers in this. So again, be warned because these are going to show some of the upgraded cards. I'm not going to go through all the cards. I'll just kind of show a couple of the upgrades. Here, this goes over how to, what comes in it, and then it goes over how to use it. So resetting a campaign that you might have already used, add the infinite cards in. There is this upgrade card chart, so you'll be marking off the upgrades versus the stickers, and you check off basically which upgrades you did. And then it says, put the upgraded cards. It says the original, and then it says put the original back in the box. So pretty self-explanatory. So these are the checkbox things I was talking about. So again, there may be spoilers because this is going to have, I'm only going to show game 1. That's not, let me find this. All right. I don't mind if I see spoilers. Okay. All right. So basically you get for game one, you get, okay, they're double-sided or no? Let me see. I don't want to show you guys because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who cares to not be spoiled. Okay, so you get two each replay kit with checking off the boxes. You get 2 replays out of this, but of course you could photocopy this, and I think they said they're going to have these online to print out. So side 1 is, you know, game 1, side 1, replay 1, and then this says replay 2. And it's the same as what we saw on the sticker sheet. And then you have it for the other games as well. And then of course you have it for the other faction as well. So you get that. And then same thing, replay 1, replay 2. So the infinite isn't really infinite, but you mark the matching faction upgrade that you did when you combine the 2 cards. All right. So then you get your cards. So I guess we can look at this. We'll get the trader, and we'll get the trader here. So here's an example of the, oh, that's the default cards. Sorry, hang on. I forgot the default cards are in here too. All right. So you get the same, so you get every card again. So you get all 20 for the main factions, right? So you're going to get the same thing there. So these are all the same. So I don't need these. I was gonna show with my other deck, but no, don't need to. Put you back in the market. All right, so this is an example of an upgraded card. So this would be if the Star Empire, right, upgraded it. So then you see that the 2 gets bigger because the sticker would cover that up. And then you'll see that instead of having that when acquired effect, now you get the Star Empire effect. And then this is same upgrade, and that's, you can see, is a different upgrade. So there's a lot of different paths that you can choose to upgrade your different cards. So you basically get all the possible upgrades for each of them in this deck. So like I said, I'll probably put this as my core game, and then I'll take the generic cards and put them as my mix-in. I might look at it. I don't know. I don't know if any of these cards would be overpowered in a regular game. So I don't know if I would, you know, maybe do it the other way around and then play this as an actual more legacy style game with the stickers. I don't know. I guess I'll see when we play it on the channel. So here are the 2 promo packs. So there are 2 promo packs. One was what was unlocked during the campaign, and this is a big stack. They said this is the biggest stack of promo cards they've unlocked in a campaign, but they had already designed these cards, and because they were designed with this game in mind, they decided that it would be best to put them in now. From my understanding, if you want to use these promo cards, they're really designed for the core game, but you can put them into this one after the campaign, because after the campaign, this is an upgraded set. It's the same as a core game at that point. So I'm not going to go every card, but I'll quickly show the cards. And if somebody wants to pause, then they can pause and read for themselves, as long as this does what it's supposed to do. More promo cards. This pack includes single copies of mech. Okay, so it's got a list of all the things. See the lock promo pack for an additional 16 cards, which were not unlocked in the campaign. Also contains 1 alt art copy of the Blockade Runner. You may combine it with 2 copies of the Star Realms Frontiers Backer Promo Pack 3 for a set of 3. Okay, so if you have the other promo pack. Heroes, double abilities. So that's something new. Faction icons as an effect. So that is probably something new. And then we'll do this so we can get this to focus, and then I'll just pull the cards down. All right, so we have the Data Pirate, the Guard Bot, another Guard Bot, the Hunter Bot, the Mech Armory. There you go, Mech Armory. The Nanobot Armada. There we go. Recovery Bot. Another Recovery Bot. another recovery bot. The refitting station. That's not focusing because it's focusing. What's focused down here? There we go. Refitting station. And then we've got the Star Empire. So we have the blockade runner. So this is one that said it's an alt art that you can combine to get 3 total. And then we have the Dorian's Derelict. That's what that one is. The Firing Point. The Imperial... what is that? Imperial Freighter. Imperial Freighter. 2 of those. The Merchant Carrier. Privateer. Gotta slide down. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out how to get this focused, because the thing is, when I focus and when I do the zoom in on the laptop to make it zoom in further, it's not where the focus was when it's zoomed out. So it's what it is. Support station. The Watcher. Another Watcher. Another Watcher. Defense drone. So now we got the Federation. I forget what the red guys are called. Somebody let me know down in the comments. The red guys. Defense drone. The defense satellite. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus on the defense satellite. Defense satellite is defending its focus. All right, whatever, guys. Okay, we can keep going. This one is the enforcement drone. Okay, none of them want to focus anymore. Why are we not wanting to focus? Focus. 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 There we go. Enforcement drone. Now I'm finally focused. All right. Enforcement drone. The freight rocket. Another freight rocket. The frontier fortress. Shuttle bay. The stellar ring or stellar rig. Well, I've got to show the whole card there. Stellar rig. Then we got the green dudes. Armada worm. The battle cluster. The cluster pod. So 3 of those. Feeder worm. We have a fire moon, which is either the moon is on fire or the moon is firing, both. The plasma pod. 3 of those. Scavenging pod. That kind of makes sense why the one was only just 1 more as an alt art, because most of these other ones have had 3 of everything, so that kind of makes it even. The trade cluster. And then some new heroes. So divine engineer. I think that's supposed to be Peter, but in a different language. Mechlord Green. Tech Priest Sherland. I believe these are based on real people. I think like actual Star Realms, like competitive players. Fleet Marshal Chastain. Lieutenant Bronze. Vice Admiral Storm. Chief Engineer Dixon. Fleet Manager Moss. Fleet President Hintz. We got lots of new heroes. Larva Queen, or Larvae Queen. Warrior Larva. Wonder what real person these are based off of. And then the Worker Larva. Alright, so that is that promo pack. And then we have the locked promo pack. So these are the cards that didn't get unlocked, so they're still locked. But like they said, they didn't want to do this in a future campaign, so they did it as this campaign. So heroes and events. So there's gonna be some more heroes and I guess events. Mercenary icon, and then card list. You can check that. So I may be showing you guys all these cards, and then there was a QR code for a card list, which I don't know if it's a list or if it's actually going to have all the cards. And most of these cards will probably be in their app at some point. So the Mech Armory, Reactor Well, Bombardment Platform, Firing Point, the Monitor, the shuttle. Thanks, guys. And the Shuttle Bay. Battle Cluster. We got more heroes. You got, what is that? Vicar Esperia. Star-Lord Dial. Commissioner Jael. The Hive Mother. Commander Brandt. Data Broker Phillips. Guardsman Armin. Sergeant Teague. Star Captain Staria. And then new events. So you got an event, Federation Blockade. Two of those. Imperial Convoy. And that is that. All right. So that is what comes in the Star Realms Rise of the Empire. Now we are going to zoom out, which means maybe we'll stop having issues with the focus because we're zooming out. That's the other thing is I'm zoomed in and I want it to focus there, but the camera is actually this entire area. So I got to figure out maybe if there's a way to do that. So here is the Ultimate Universal Storage Box. And this was something I did not like when I first got it, and it did not get any, I got a little better. It is very, very tight to get this open. I'm guessing because it's new maybe, but also it's how tight the fit is. This is also kind of the way the paper is on it. It's kind of like, it's not like this. See, like this box is that nice stiff wrapping. This feels more loose and bulky, maybe because, they had to make the box a little bit bigger. Like right now I'm squeezing on that and it's kind of making a crinkly sound. So that was kind of, also I'm thinking maybe once you get cards in it, the lid will slide off a little bit easier. So you do have, the box itself comes with your dividers. I did have to add the high alert dividers because it doesn't come with the high alert dividers. All right, we'll see if that worked. I went back up and changed the camera again and turned off the pinpoint focus and just said focus on everything. So we'll see. So you have to buy the high alert that it's not in the box, but then you get everything else that was from there, United, your base game, scorecards, scenarios, promos for regular, and then promo set 2, which has the 1, your personal decks, Gambit, Explorers. It's kind of weird the order they put these in, because then you've got to kind of sort it yourself. Colony Wars, a generic one, and then the storage box cards. So the storage box cards is a set of promos. Unfortunately, I zoomed out. We'll see if changing the way the camera focuses helps or hurts this. And so we zoom back in. There we go. So, I can't say that's better or worse because now it wants to focus on everything else except for what I want it to focus on. Because it's looking for eyes and it doesn't see eyes. So, that may not be any better. There we go. This feels like a different card material. Feels actually a little bit thinner. So pod tokens. Not sure what pod tokens are used for. Mutant drone, ship, acquire card, costs 2 or less and free, and put in your hand. This card leaves play, return to a pod token pile. Not sure what those are used for, but you got some pod tokens and some drone ships. Maybe this guy here? Yes, that's what it's for. So the Brooder, you put a random pod token into play. Embassy Transport, the Orbital Crane, and the Recovery Mech. So you got all those are your promo cards for this. And then you have to add, to put this game, the game that we're unboxing, the Rise of the Empire, then there's a pack of dividers for them. So it has your Star Empire deck, your generic decks. So they've all got the star for the standard decks. Your lock promos, your backer promos, your trade deck, personal decks, Trade Federation Vault, Star Empire Vault, Trade Federation deck, and then another generic deck. So that'd be your 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's your 6 starter decks. So I don't know. I don't know anybody that, I mean, maybe I guess people would keep each of the different starter decks, right? Plus the starter decks from the original game. I find that as extra cards that are not necessarily needed. And then, so now I'm trying to figure out what the personal decks are for. I guess, yeah, I'm not sure what that's for. I guess maybe for the 2 extra cards. But there was a personal decks in the main, in these as well. So, all right. So what I was thinking is that I would be able to put the board on top, which would be fine. The board would fit on top. The only problem is, you know, it's going to sit above. So then you have your lid lift. Now, depending, I believe the cards are going to go in here pretty deep. Yeah, so the cards go in there really deep. They go almost an inch deep. And if we get the divider for this, get the divider. What was that? That was the unlock promos, backer promos. Okay, so the divider goes as high. So let me see now. Let me put you here for a minute. We're trying to see things. Is the board... unfortunately, the board does go past this. So I was thinking, oh, I could cut this down, the thickness of the board to make this inset, which I've done before with other inserts. But it looks like this would mess with the structure because you would lose this. My previous solution, and I mean, I would like the promo cards, which, you know, it's nice to get the box, but it was like $30 for the box just for promo cards. My previous storage solution actually still had room to fit more, because this is just the larger cards, the smaller rulebooks, the Automa cards, your boss cards, and then the duplicate. Because when you buy every core set, you're going to end up with a bunch of duplicates on those cards as well. So that is that. So that's why I like to save space. I almost wonder if I'm even going to use the universal storage or just stick with this. Of course, the dividers are useless. I'll have to figure it out. That's for me on another day. I was gonna rebox all of this, but I've decided this video is long enough. Probably that is not going to be helpful. But one other thing I did want to check is, say I want to completely get rid of the Rise box, is will these fit? So these won't fit flat. So they do have a little bit of rise as well. A rise. So they are a little bit taller. So you wouldn't be able to completely get rid of, well, it isn't that you wouldn't be able to get rid of, you would end up with some lid lift, right? So if I put that there, yeah, that's, and then the envelopes are too big for me to put the board. And now I believe the reason these wells are the way they are is it is going to be big enough to fit a playmat. I think most people that have the universal storage box, it's like not completely full anyways. So something I'll have to decide what I want to do, because I don't want 3 boxes. I want to consolidate. There we go, guys. That is, we'll do the little box again. That is Star Realms Rise of the Empire. Of course, if you guys want to see us play this on the channel, let us know down in the comments, and we can get that campaign started. Of course, 2-player, and it would have to be me and Audrey. I don't know if it would be fun for me just controlling both characters for you guys. If you just want to see it, then I'll play both. I'll beat up on myself for a little while. To be able to watch that gameplay, hit that subscribe, like button, bell notification to know when those live streams go. Until next time, guys. Peace.